I'm back and we're going to try the second quad from the 2021 Dior Atelier of Dreams collection. I'm trying on today the 469, which is Atelier Dore, and it's the warmer of the quads. And so the other one is much more cool tone. So I'll go ahead and swatch these. And I want to, before I ruin the embossing, I'll just go in really quick so you can see the beautiful embossing, which is supposed to be the building front of the Dior headquarters in Paris, France. So just gorgeous. And just so you know, I am filming in a combination of natural light and ring lighting because it's pretty overcast here. So let me start this up here. That's what that looks like. So it is supposed to be more warm tone, but I think it runs a little cool depending on your skin tone and undertone. So we'll see how it looks on me. And the quad might look different depending on what you're wearing. So I'm wearing a blue sweater today and some extra gold. So we'll see how this looks. So my eyelids are primed and prepped. And I think I'm going to go into this top corner here for my transition shade. I'm taking a Sonia G Classic Crease. Just going into there. Super easy. So far, I'm finding that this holiday formula is pretty much on par with the other formula. Okay, so that's that shade. I think I'm going into this color to deepen up the crease. Taking a Wayne Goss 19. It's a smaller brush, but it's fluffy. So just going into that bottom shade here just to deepen up the crease. So right off the bat, I can see that this is it has pretty deep color. So I think if you're someone with a deeper complexion than me, this might be a really good one for you to get because I haven't even gotten into this shade yet and it's already getting pretty smoky. Okay, we're going into the gold shade. And I'm taking my tried and true Rephr 02, which I love to lay in my mobile lid here. And it laid down really easily. Going in with my Sonia G Pencil Pro, I'm going into this lightest shade here for my inner corner and highlight. So I can say right off the bat, I wish this was a little bit lighter so there was more of a contrast with this. It's more of like, it doesn't really pop. It's more a muted color. So I'm not sure if it really makes the best inner corner highlight. I'm taking the same brush and I'm just cleaning it off. And I'm going to take that first color and just drag it along the bottom lash line. And then taking my Lotus Set Sonia G Soft Definer, going into that deeper shade, bottom left. And then finally taking my Sonia G Mini Booster. And then going into the deepest shade to smoke out my outer V. Okay, just laid it down, and what I'm gonna do is smoke it out a little bit. But taking my Wayne Goss 03 brush, it's a squirrel hair brush, and it'll just blend everything together. Okay, I wanna take some more of that gold shade to see if it can pop more with my finger. Okay, that's the finished eye look on one eye, and I'm going to come back and then finish this off and then do my eyes and come back. Okay, I'm done with the final eye look. I put some mascara and Tom Ford eyeliner on. I actually used the Dior Show Iconic Over Curl sample that they gave. Great at volumizing. I remember why I stopped using it. It starts to clump after a while. So it's great upon like the first 2 weeks of using it, but then after a while it starts to get clumpy. Then I finished off with Tom Ford Gold Dust Bronzer and the Dior Charnelle blush, which I'm really loving. It's this great, it reminds me of a little bit of the Pat McGrath Desert Orchid blush, in that it's really tan skin friendly, and that it's kind of like a nude for us, and that it's just the perfect color. I just love it. I'm loving this blush. Let's talk about Atelier Dore before we go to the lipsticks. So I think it's really pretty. So let me get in really quick so you can see. So it's not completely a warm tone quint, in my opinion. There are elements of this that run cooler on my skin tone. So I'm thinking these two are pretty cool on me, and then these four are more warm. So with the combination of that, it's kind of, you know, a combo. So with what I used on the highlight and my crease shade are the cooler tones, but on my mobile lid is the gold. So let me close my eyes. And I will say, compared to the other quint, the House of Dreams quint, there was a tiny bit more fallout. And I don't know if it's just where my hands are heavier today, or I'm not sure, but there was a little bit more kickback on application for this, enough that it was irritating my eyes a little bit. So just something to note. Is this an original quint? No. And the other one's not very original either. What I think might have the Phillips, the creative global director, or who's in charge of Dior, just really picked classic colors that would speak to a wide variety of people. So I think they did a really great job of curating a selection that one of these quints or the larger 5-pan, which I'll review later, is going to appeal to a mass audience. So I think it's beautiful. I think I like the gold. I ended up putting a little bit more gold to kick up the look, which you can do. Just going ahead. And I think it's really pretty. So do you need both? Absolutely not. I think just pick, if you're interested in getting one of these, pick the color story that speaks to you. And so, yeah, just note that I think I found a little bit more fallout with this quint, but if I were to pick one or the other, I could see myself using the House of Dreams more, but depending on what I'm wearing, I might reach for this because it runs a little bit warm, but with a cool tone to it, which I kind of like. You know, I don't think I have anything in my collection in one palette that has that. The closest that I can think of would be the Natasha Denona Glam palette, which, you know, it does have some warm tones in it. And I would say that if you have this palette and you're trying to debate whether or not to get these two, you might not want to get the other two, because in a lot of ways, it's what's in this palette is dupable. But if you're, what I find with sometimes not Natasha Denona is that sometimes, especially with these shimmer shades, although they're really beautiful, sometimes I do experience some fallout and it does irritate my eyes. Whereas I don't find that to be the case with Dior. I think they're a little bit gentler on my eyes. So, you know, just really beautiful. This isn't just a completely cool palette. There's a mix of cool and warm as well. So I wanted to show you what the lipsticks looked with this quint to see if there's any difference. So this is the Diorific 074, the most nude one. And this is probably like the easiest one in that it's like the safe bet. I think it looks prettier with the House of Dreams just because it runs a little bit cooler. The next one is 076 Diorific Ispahan, Taupe Ispahan. I think this one is a better fit for this. This color is a better fit for this quint, just because it runs a little bit warmer. Excuse the noise. The next one is Rouge Capucine 075. This is the bright orange one. I would say this would be a great one, not during the day, but for an evening event, just because it's so bright. And the last one is Midnight Corolle 077. And also, I would say this is an evening color. It looks really pretty with this, actually. Surprising. And with this color, I would say that it makes the look pull a little bit cooler. So let me do a final review and thoughts of the two quints I picked up, the House of Dreams and Atelier Dore. So this one is being kind of reviewed as the more cooler one with the silver showstopper shade, and then this is the warmer pulling one, House of Atelier Dore, which is warmer leaning. And if I were to pick one, I would definitely pick this one just because it's more of a unique color story. I tend to not like colors like this just because it can get really muddy on my skin tone really quickly. So I kind of struggled with that a little bit, but in the end it ended up being okay in terms of smoking out the shade. But if I were to, you know, I can see myself pulling for this one more than this. So it's just, I think it's, at this point, it's just a matter of your subjective, like your style and what you're wanting to pick up of what you think you're going to use more at this point. Like either way, you could get neither of them. I think these are easily dupable. These are very neutral. Some people are saying these are boring. I think what it is that, you know, this is Dior and they're trying to meet a mass audience of what's going to be marketable for them. And I actually think it's pretty smart that they went with a cool palette and a warm palette, because one of these is going to generally appeal to a mass audience. So I would say you don't have to pick these up, but if you're interested and like you really want to pick up, I would recommend this one. And then I'll do a final review of the lipsticks. I think these are great. I haven't bought these before. I've used the other Dior formula, and I actually like these more than the regular formula. I don't know if these are extra special because it's the holiday edition, but none of these colors were a dud. I think they're all really beautiful. Two choices. The lighter shades are for daytime and the evening ones are for ramping up for like the holiday evening, like New Year's, for a holiday party. So I think any of these are gonna be great. So definitely recommend these. So an update on this nail polish. I did pick up one. So this is the first I've bought of the of the holiday nail polish. I've gotten other Dior lacquers. Love these. They last really long. What I found about these is beautiful packaging, but the application is really fussy and weird, that you basically have to put the nail polish on with this really, really small applicator that's not very stable. So it's one of those things that form follows function, of like, it looks beautiful, but functionally it doesn't really work well. And I did my nails yesterday and it's already chipping. So I don't know if it has to do with the formula or the color. Just to let you know, I don't know if there's a difference in the formula with these, but I didn't find at least this color as good as this. If there's any changes, I'll let you know, but I'm going to redo my nails because I already bought this. So I want to see if it, after another application, if it does better than the first time. But these off the bat, the regular ones are fantastic. This I'm not so sure about, so you might want to hold off on that. Okay, that's it for my review for the 2 Dior Quints for the Atelier of Dreams Dior collection. I will be reviewing the other 2 products that I picked up in a different video. Thanks for coming and watching this video. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, commenting below, thumbs up, and ringing the bell so that you don't miss any of the videos that I upload. I try to upload 2 to 3 times a week. And as always, be kind to yourself and others, and be yourself. Until the next video, take care. Bye.